Well, it's 5:30 in the morning. I'm super early for the gym this morning, and I had a rough time waking up. You know what I learned right off the bat this morning in the first 20 minutes now that I've been awake? There's already been a lesson. Can you believe that? The lesson is this: don't think in terms of what you have to accomplish throughout the course of the day. When you first wake up in the morning and it's hard to get moving, the only thing that you should be thinking about is the thing that you have to get done in the next 5 minutes. You have to go to the bathroom, you have to wash your face, you have to brush your teeth, you have to get your coffee brewed, whatever it is, get your kids up, get a shower. Don't think about everything right off the bat up front. Just think about what you have to do in the next 5 minutes. I seriously debated skipping the gym this morning, like I've done before now. Over the last couple weeks, it's just been hard to drag my butt to the gym in the morning. And I noticed something, okay? In the spring, when we had these storms, we lost our water heater and I was forced to go to the gym in the morning. It was still pre-season at work, like it was still slow. It wasn't busy like it is right now. Like mid-June or so through like mid-August, we're just on a dead run at work. Like I get home from work and I'm so overstimulated. I'm just exhausted. I think I've mentioned this in video before, but it's like I pull into work with my coffee and my backpack and my purse in the morning, and then I blink and the day's over and I'm leaving and I'm sitting there going, on my way home, I'm thinking, what did I just do today? I don't even remember what I did today. It's just autopilot. You go from thing to thing to thing to thing to thing. There's no time to think. There's no time to stop. It's just you're running, dead run. And that goes from mid-June to mid-August. So for the grand scheme of things, the 2 months out of the year that I'm on a dead run, out of the entire 12-month year, it's not that horrible. The rest of the year's like a normal job. What is normal? But this time of year, and I'm halfway through it now, probably over halfway now, I'm just exhausted. I'm overstimulated. I'm buzzing. I'm just, having a hard time relaxing when I get home from work, unless it's absolutely quiet. I'm having a hard time sleeping. This week has been horrible with sleep. I've not slept a complete night. I've gotten up to use the bathroom because it's been so hot and sticky and humid that I've been having the air conditioning running nonstop, and I'm so dry in my sinus cavity and my throat, and I'm trying to drink enough water. It's not working out really well, and because I'm not sleeping well, I get up in the morning and I don't feel motivated to go to the gym. I'm just absolutely exhausted. And I had learned that a good plan B of having or trying to have a good regular morning workout routine is that at least if you have a rough night of sleep or you can't, for whatever reason, get your butt out of bed in the morning, you at least have the end of the day as a second chance to make it right and go get your fitness routine in. Whether you go to the gym or do something outside, but it's not ideal for me. I like the workout in the morning. I know that this coming winter, I'm going to struggle with that because they don't start plowing the roads in the area where I live until like 6:30 in the morning, 6 o'clock, 6:30. I mean, I can try to push my workout schedule back, but that might be cutting it close for my work schedule. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. I'm just nervous about it, but here we go. Perfect example. I'm thinking about this winter and worrying about how it's going to work when all I really need to worry about right now is today. And actually this morning when I was struggling to get up and I was really considering skipping the gym outright, I said to myself, I'm thinking about how tired I am. I'm thinking about what a short and rough night of sleep I had. I'm thinking about how I have no energy right now, but all I really need to think about and not think about whether I'm going to be tired at the end of the day or whether it's going to be busy at work or how I'm going to get through my workout. All I really need to think about in the first 5 minutes of waking is using the bathroom. And then once I'm done using the bathroom, the only other thing I need to think about is getting dressed. And then once I'm dressed, the only other thing I need to think about is brewing my coffee. And then once my coffee is brewed, all I need to think about is packing my work lunch. So when I wake up and I think to myself, oh, I don't have energy to go to the gym. How am I going to get through a workout? I got to pack my lunch. It's going to be busy at work today. If I wake up thinking in terms of what's going on that day or what could or couldn't happen, I'm already defeated. I'm already exhausted. I'm not going to do it. All I need to do, and hopefully this works for you, is just think about what you need to accomplish in the next 5 minutes. What is the next thing you need to do? Just the next thing. When you first wake up, if the first thing you do is brush your teeth, then just do that. Just think about that. All you need to do is brush your teeth. Only think about what the next thing is that you need to do and just do that. Don't overthink it. Don't stress yourself out. Don't overwhelm yourself. Oh, the lighting's going to change, see, but I got to get going to the gym, and I wanted to share with you guys 2 things, okay? Now that I've got several weeks under my belt of the 2 things that I was telling you about several weeks ago that I was going to be trying to work on and test to see how effective these 2 little tips are, I can confidently say at this point that these 2 things are paramount to me personally and my success. And the first one is keeping my heart rate in that zone, in that ideal zone. Over exercising is a real thing. I've done more research about it. For a person in my situation who has worked out her entire life on and off and has gained and lost and gained and lost and gained and lost, and is a fat person who needs to lose weight and lose fat, but who is relatively in shape, the concept of overworking out is more of a reality than it probably is for most people. So if you're a person who has worked out before and you've hit a plateau and you feel like you're doing all the right things and you're looking yourself in the mirror and you're facing truth and you're still struggling with a plateau and you can't seem to budge the weight loss piece of your physical health journey, consider the overworking out. If you're going to the gym 3-4 days a week and you're allowing your rest day and you're pushing it and you're pouring sweat at the gym and you're exhausted and you're sore and you're getting enough water and you're sleeping well and your stress level's down and you're eating well, and you can look yourself in the mirror and say, I am doing everything I know to be right, please put the overworkout under the microscope and examine exactly what you're doing and watch your heart rate, monitor it over a couple weeks, and give that piece of your physical fitness journey a good hard look and evaluate your heart rate, monitor your heart rate, and see if that's not what's keeping you from actually succeeding and reaching your weight loss and fat burning goals. Because for me, that's the first thing that I've realized, wow, this is a real thing for me, and it is one of, if not the crutch that is the worst for me. The second thing is either eating too much for dinner or eating dinner too late. This is a sticking point for me like tar, like quicksand, like I got my feet stuck and I cannot get out of this rut. There are occasions, but it's the minority of the time, where I can come home from work, I'm exhausted, I don't feel like eating, I'm just burnt out, and I have a bowl of cereal when I get home at 5:30, and that's the end of the night. That's all I'm eating. And the next morning I'll weigh myself, and I feel like $1,000,000 in the morning, and I've lost a couple pounds. Like things have moved through my system, and I don't feel sluggish, and like there's that blob of anything sitting in my guts. Then there's those days, which is the majority of the time, where I come home from work and I eat whatever my husband cook, and he's an excellent cook, and I overeat it because it's so delicious, or I have normal serving size and then I want a snack. And honestly, I find myself overeating and snacking when I'm overstimulated from work. So there's a lot going on inside me mentally and emotionally and spiritually that help contribute to the overeating and the late night snacking. So when people talk about emotional eating, that's the sort of thing that I think they're talking about. And I never knew what that meant. I always heard that phrase, emotional eating, and tied it for myself to, pigging out on candy bars or chips while you're sobbing your eyes out because of something that happened at school or work. And it's like, that's not me. I mean, occasionally I'll sob my eyes out, but generally I'm overeating almost all the time, or I'm eating junk food. And I've never correlated it to really what's going on internally. But last night was the first time I paid close attention. I realized it was because I reached the end of the day at work. I was extremely overstimulated, and I know I use that word a lot, but it's hard to explain, like running on fumes. I was running on fumes. I was so done. And the thing was, it was a good day. It was a fine day. It's just that I was completely burned out at the end of the day yesterday. And then when I got home, my husband had made some Indian dish, but it had some sauce in it that I did not like, and it had a vegetable, broccolini or something like that. Is that what it's called? It looks like broccoli, but it was bitter. It was disgusting. And I ate the dinner, but I picked the broccolini out of it after I had a couple bites because I wound up deciding this is disgusting. I don't like it. And there was something my husband put in the dish that had a seafood flavor. It might have been like a clam juice or something. I don't know what it was, but it was disgusting. I ate the veggie chicken and the noodles, and that was it. And then I was like done. Couldn't eat anything else for dinner. And then I found an hour and a half later, I wanted food. I wanted snacks. I wanted to pig out on junk. I wanted ice cream. And we went on a little outing to the beach, and we watched the sunset. And on our way home, we stopped and got ice cream. I allowed myself to have that ice cream. And it made me so happy, and it tasted so good. But after it was all said and done, I found myself thinking, why? Why did I just eat that ice cream? I could have gone without it. I didn't need it. And I determined this had something to do, and it's probably twofold, something to do with being burnout, overstimulated, and also not having a nutritious, filling dinner. Those two things were working against me last night, which led me to snacking and wanting junk food. And over time, as I've changed up my workout routine, as I've paid attention to heart rate, as I've watched my eating habits, as I watched my mood and my work schedule change across the seasons, and the longer I'm on this fitness journey, it is seriously compelling to think about how all this stuff works together. I'm telling you, if you're not succeeding in one area of your health and wellness journey, look at another area and how it might be affecting it, because let me tell you, it's all tied together. Take it from someone who knows, who's been down the road and who has been researching this stuff and has been experimenting with all these different aspects of wellness. Oh, wow, I love it when I drive through the busiest part of town and all of the traffic lights are flashing yellow because they switch over at 6 a.m. Right now, there's no red lights. It's all just flashing yellow, and I just cruise through town. I love it. That's another reason enough to be getting my butt out of bed at 5 o'clock to get my lunch packed and myself ready to leave my house by 5:30 so that I can hit all the traffic lights before 6 a.m. Whoa, there is no one at the gym. No one. There's one vehicle, but it looks like it's an RV parked. Holy crap. Oh, there's someone that's got his bike out there, or her bike. Fridays, I'm telling you, Friday mornings and Friday evenings are the day to be at the gym. Maybe it's because I'm a little bit early. Man, they got to get these potholes fixed. See, 3 months ago you heard me complaining about the potholes, and here we are. I just can't believe I'm here, and there's no one else here. This is absolutely fantastic. My protein shake is definitely going to spill if I don't get the lid back on it correctly. I'm going to take my glasses off now. Okay, so I'm parked now, and I'm going to get inside and do my workout. Wish me luck. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and thanks for tuning in to Whole Wellness with Ann.